I need you to call Swaggett or get a hold of them immediately. They're not even broadcasting our city council meeting.
Votes as opposed to using the voting client.
Okay, well, let's just do that, and we'll just go like, Barone, yes, and so on and so forth, just so we can get this thing started and get everybody out of here.
Perfect.
Okay, well, whenever you're ready, Councilman Black, Councilman Churchill, and Councilwoman Goins Brown, you guys are still with us, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Yes, we are. All right, let's do it. ready there, Madam City Clerk.
We are ready, Mayor Pro Tempore Berlin. We're ready for you to welcome the public to our meeting.
Okay, well, let's get it started. Just tell me go, and I'll get it, and I'll start talking with the other stuff.
Please go.
Is that a go?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Okay, here we go. Welcome, everybody. The North Las Vegas City Council welcomes you to its virtual City Hall meeting. There are two public forums set aside for public comment, one at the beginning of the meeting and one at the end. When I call upon you to speak, I request that you limit your comments to no more than 3 minutes, and that you avoid repetition. Please note that Mayor Lee's out of town and unavailable to attend this meeting, so I will be in his place. And I have somebody, could you please mute your phone or your whatever your microphone is? We have a little bit of an interference. Much better. Madam City Clerk, are we in compliance with the Nevada Open Meeting Law?
You unmuted yourself.
Yes, we are.
You muted yourself.
Great. Tonight we had the opportunity to have the invocation given by Councilman Black, and following that will be the Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilman Churchill. Please rise.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Our Father in heaven, we're grateful for this beautiful day here in North Las Vegas. We're grateful for the many blessings and opportunities that we have, especially for the opportunity as a council to serve our community and to strive to improve the lives of those that live within our community and in our region. At this time, I pray for the school children in North Las Vegas and throughout Clark County as they prepare to embark upon this unique and unusual school year, that the technology will be present, that the commitment from families and teachers will be in place, and that the children will have a great zeal and desire for education in this unique times. I pray for continued watchfulness over our first responders, our law enforcement, our medical workers as we still struggle as a community with the pandemic that we are facing. I pray that we may be guided with wisdom this evening. Please watch over our mayor while he is away, that he can return to our community safely. And I offer this prayer in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you so very much. Councilman Churchill?
Mayor Pro Tem, thank you for the opportunity. We're all standing. I'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilman. That was very nicely done, and that was, as always, a very thoughtful and heartfelt invocation by Councilman Scott Black. Council item. Now, there's a little bit of a mix-up here. It's a little bit my fault. I should have asked my colleagues for the council items. We'll just go down the line here to see if anybody has any impromptu announcements. I know I have a couple. Councilman Churchill, do you have any council items to announce?
Nothing today, Mayor Pro Tem. Thank you.
Okay. How about Councilman Black?
Tomorrow at 10:30 a.m., we are having the ribbon cutting at the Harbor, North Las Vegas. It's an amazing program for juveniles and our young people in our community to help them to stay on the right course, and it's a diversion from the juvenile justice system. It's an awesome program, and I think it will serve our community well and youth and families that need help and assistance.
Fantastic. Yeah. I hope I can sneak away and get away there to be there myself. And let's see here, Councilwoman Gwen Brown.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Friday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., Nevada Partners is hosting a high school back-to-school backpack drive-through giveaway. It will be on the Nevada Partners campus, and it's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., and it's geared toward high schoolers.
Fantastic. By the way, how does it feel to not be going back to school after a lengthy and distinguished career as an educator?
I'm toyed between my feelings because I do miss supervising awesome teachers, and I truly miss being with the kids. However, with us opening our Southern Nevada Urban Micro School Academy on Monday, seems like I'll be right back into the thick of things.
Fantastic. Well, again, you're definitely an American original here, having gotten through 3 decades of teaching. For myself, I have 3 announcements. The first one is I have a backpack and school supply event that I'm connected with here, Empowerment Through Training and Education, and I guess my office here are sponsoring a backpack giveaway event. Yes, it's strange. We are giving away backpacks. It's going to be this August 22nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and the address is 3407 Civic Center Drive. Your child must be present, and you have to have a mask to attend. But they'll be giving some out if you need. If you need more information, please don't hesitate to call 702-723-2955 to RSVP. Also, I want to thank our government affairs director or manager. I'm not sure what his actual title is. He does that. Jared Luke. He's a great guy, and he put together a food and school supply donation event that the Salvation Army and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints are putting on this Friday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here at City Hall. So I thought that was fantastic. And then we have, and again, I'm so happy that we have so many people who want to come together. Like I said, I mean, that's the quality of the North Las Vegas community. We have one more youth backpack drive. Again, will be August the 22nd from 12 noon to 3 p.m. It's called Robert Strotter's Community Engagement Youth Backpack Drive, and it will be at Rose Garden, and that address is number 12 East Webb, right here again in downtown North Las Vegas. And if you have anything to give out, they can also use thumb drives, pencils, paper, backpacks, accumulators, headphones. Those are great. But there will be free backpacks, free food, music, drinks, and fun for the kids. And again, mandatory face coverings and social distancing will be observed. Thank you so very much. If there's nothing else, let's go on to our public forum. Moving on to the public forum, this is time that is set aside to comment on posted agenda items. The public forum excludes discussion of public hearing items, which will be heard later separately. So, if you want to speak on any items listed under the consent agenda, business or appointments, now is the time. Madam City Clerk, do we have any callers online or any written comments?
Yes, we have 2 callers. I'll bring the first caller in for actually, one just dropped off. We'll bring the first caller in just a second.
Yes, you do.
Hello, caller. State your name for the record and address.
Hello, Michael R.
You muted yourself.
Hello, go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Hello, my name is Michael R. 3930 Howard Hughes Parkway, Suite
What was the caller?
0. Hello. How do
Did we lose our caller?
Yes.
Press star 6 to unmute. You unmuted yourself.
Madam, yes, caller? Can you hear me?
Yes, I apologize. I was on mute. I'm actually just here to represent the applicant on item 21.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You can either wait till item 21, or I guess, this is on public hearing. Normally, I guess since it's on business, I guess we can go ahead and do that. Please go ahead and just state your name for the record, and you have 3 minutes.
Okay, Michael R. 3930 Howard Hughes Parkway, Suite 360, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm just here on behalf of the applicant on item 21. I have no comments unless anyone has questions on that item. I apologize for being out of order.
No, that's fine. And you might want to stick around just in case, someone would like to comment when it comes up during the rest of the agenda here. So you might want to just stick around, at least listen in case someone calls in and voices a concern. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Did we have anybody else call in, or did we get our other
You
call
muted
back?
yourself.
Mayor Pro Tem Cabron, we have no one else on the line or no written comment. Thank you.
You unmuted yourself. You muted yourself.
We have
You
no one
unmuted
else
yourself.
on the phone.
Okay. Well, and if they call
muted
back, we do
yourself.
have a second public forum at the end. So if they can always call the end. All righty then. Let's go ahead and move on to our agenda.
Item 1, approve City Council regular meeting agenda for August 19th, 2020. Mayor Pro Tem and Council staff recommends approve the agenda as published.
Thank you so very much. Can I please have a motion to approve this agenda?
Move for approval of the agenda from Councilman Black.
Thank you very much. Let's vote now. Just say, I get your name and yes or no.
Going Brown, yes.
Councilman
yes.
Church,
yes.
Councilman Black, yes.
Okay, that's unanimous. Let's go on.
Mayor Pro Tem and Council, the consent agenda consists of items 2 through 17, and staff recommends approval of the consent agenda as published.
Thank you very much, Mr. City Manager. Can I please have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Going Brown, move to approve consent.
Thank you very much. Let's take a vote.
Going
yes.
Brown.
Councilman Churchill, yes.
Councilman Black, yes.
Thank you very much. I believe that is also unanimous. So motion passes. Let's move on to public hearing.
Item number 18, ratify Teamster Union Local 14 collective bargaining agreement for non-supervisors, supervisors, and administrative for the period of July 1, 2019 through June 30th, 2021.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. City Manager, do we have a presentation on this?
Yes, sir. There is just a brief presentation as required by the NRS. Just wanted to update council. I mean, obviously going into these union negotiations because of the uncertainty with the financial impact from COVID, we had kind of a bit of a streamlined process. Just kind of an update. I've been asked in some briefings, some update on financials of where we're at. The year over year on CTAX for the last 3 months of data that we have, which is March, April, and May, was down 29.7%. And it's important to remember that CTAX is the largest source of revenue for the general fund, and that this drop in revenue is going to have significant impact to citywide operations. Based on revised revenue projections from the Local Government Finance Working Group, we're currently estimating that our citywide revenue drop will be $77.4 million, lower than the pre-COVID estimate through June 2022. You'll notice that this is, it's still $77 million full, but it's better, it's getting a little bit better as we start to get the actual numbers coming in. But overall, the projections are not better ways to address the upcoming crisis that we're going to have with evictions, both in the commercial and the residential side. So there's a real challenge out there. And one of the most difficult parts about this one is it was so fast, and we just don't have really good data points to help us project it as well as we'd like to. But so far, the projections have been pretty spot on. As far as this CBA for the Teamsters Local 14 in front of you today, the current annual salary and benefits for the Teamsters is approximately $54.8 million per year. These are team members that are providing vital municipal services to our residents, essential services that they need. And there's currently 524 Teamster team members that are covered by this agreement providing these services to our community. This agreement is to hold all base wages flat, consistent with the 2021 budget. The agreement allows for continuation of annual merit increases. The agreement also shows a reduction in the medical trust contribution from the city to the Teamsters Trust, which has an estimated savings to the city of $314,000 a year. The agreement allows for an increase in union leave hours, as you'll notice in there. There's also an increase in bilingual pay, which makes this agreement consistent with our other bargaining agreements across the city. And clearly, given the nature of our constituents, having that bilingual pay is a good policy. There's also an increase in life insurance, which collectively all of those things are approximately $61,000. So in the net, this is a concession to Teamsters that is going to decreases the amount that we under the previous contract. So I want to thank the Teamsters management team for the work that they did, as well as their board. You know, as you know, this was a long discussions that happened pre-pandemic and during the pandemic, and there was just a lot of complexity there. There was, and I want to thank these employees as well as their leadership for getting this done. I also want to thank our internal team, Claudia Guayo, Alfredo Malesio, Will Hardy, and the finance team for their tremendous efforts to get this done. This is, I think, it's an 18-month process, so there's been a lot of conversations, a lot of meetings, a lot of work that's gone into this agreement that preserves jobs, it preserves services that are being provided to our residents, and it recognizes the economic uncertainty out there as well as the economic reality that a lot of our residents are facing right now as they're either without work or furloughed or unsure about their financial, their personal financial situations. So I just want to thank both teams for their work on this, and that concludes my presentation.
Thank you very much, Mr. City Manager. Let's see here. My colleagues, do you have any questions or comments for the City Manager?
Yeah. If there are any, I was just going to say, if there are any questions, then just to remind you that it is a public hearing, which I'm sure you know.
Yeah, most definitely. I wanted to go ahead and let's go ahead and open up the public hearing, and we can always have questions from the City Council here a little bit later. Let's open up the public hearing and find out if there are any callers or written comments. Ms. City Clerk, do we have anybody waiting to call in, or do we have any comments?
Mayor Pro Tempore Barone, we have no callers and no written comment.
You muted yourself.
Okay, fantastic. I guess I will close the public hearing. Do we have any questions or comments from my colleagues before we go to vote?
Mayor Pro Tem, Councilman Churchill, I just want to also echo what our city manager said. Thank him, thank our management team, and once again, thank our Teamsters, Local 14, and their members. They've always in the past stood up and given back, and personally appreciate them doing that again for us and for our residents over here in the city. Thank you so much to all of you.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman Gwen Brown, did you have anything to add or any questions?
I would just concur with Councilman Churchill and, give a heartfelt thank you to our city staff and to our Teamsters and their members.
Fantastic. Thank you so very much. Councilman Black.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I just want to say, in the three-ish years that I've been on the council, I have had the privilege of meeting Teamster represented employees in all the different divisions and departments of the city. I'm incredibly impressed and thankful for the high caliber of employees that we have. I just as early as this morning saw some of our Teamsters out on a cleanup site helping clean up the wash adjacent to a large homeless encampment. They do their job with professionalism, with amazing expertise, with the equipment that they were using today, and I just am thankful that we have the team that we have.
Thank you so very much. For myself, I'm incredibly, I feel indebted actually to our negotiating team, and I feel indebted, of course, to the negotiating team who is fighting for the rights for our Teamsters. Again, to make a city run, we need more than just our police and our fire. It takes people who keep the lights on, who repair the lights, who keep the streets clean, who handle people who come in into the city hall and approve licenses and everything else I can possibly think of. It's a total team effort. And, I like to think that we have a measure of family. And I know that I'm extremely, I'm really grateful that, that for the long run here, it looks like we're not going to, because there's a give and take from the city and from Teamsters, it's not going to cost anybody their job, even though so many of the people, and I think officially we're at about 28% unemployment rate in the state, but I swear here that in Las Vegas is higher. We must be at 30% or more. And when it comes to, and that translates directly into money that's available for salaries. But I think there's a song out there by the Rolling Stones. I think it goes something where, you don't always get what you want. In this case, I think everybody got what they needed. And with that, I think we'll close your comment. Can I please get a motion to ratify the CBA, the collective bargaining agreement with the Teamsters?
Mayor Pro Tem, if my colleagues don't mind, I'll be happy to make the motion to approve item 18 to ratify the Teamsters Local 14 collective bargaining agreement.
Thank you very much, Councilman. Barone, yes.
Going
Councilman
yes.
Black, yes. And I believe since Councilman Churchill called for motion, I assume that his vote is a yes.
That's a yes.
Okay, motion passes unanimously. And again, thank you very much to our entire family here. Let's go ahead and I guess we have, let's see here. What's next here on our, do we have a public hearing now?
Mayor Pro Tem, item 19. If I may, I can read that in. Item 19, approve AMP 05-2020 wayfinding policies for applicants, City of North Las Vegas, to request an amendment to the Comprehensive Master Plan, amending Guiding Principles 3, an integrated multimodal transportation system, 7, community services, amenities, and environment, and 8, a safe and livable community. And the proposed amendment is amending the comprehensive plan to encourage the use of wayfinding signage that was funded by the Southern Nevada Health District. And again, this is to encourage the walking and bicycling of citizens to the city parks. And it's amending the 4 principles within the current comprehensive plan that would encourage wayfinding signs and different uses of walking and bicycling, something other than automobiles. And part of this grant that we received from the health district is also going to pay for 70 signs to be placed within the city, particularly in the 89030 zip code area, that would provide routing to our various parks, and those signages hopefully would be completed and installed by the end of September. Sherry Ann Dotson was the project manager that worked on this, and she is available if there's any questions.
Oh, fantastic. And of course, that's our director, Mr. Martin Jordan. Thank you very much, Mr. Jordan. Let's wait to see if there's any callers. We'll open the public hearing and find out if there are any callers or any written comments on
You
it.
unmuted yourself.
Mayor Pro Tempore Barone, there are no callers and no written comment on this item.
You muted yourself.
Okay, thank you so very much. With that, I will close the public hearing. Do my colleagues on the City Council, do they have any questions?
Councilman Barone, this is Councilman Black. May I make a statement regarding this?
Most certainly.
I just wanted to say I'm the current, I'm the member of the Southern Nevada Health District Board of Health appointed from North Las Vegas, and I'm the current board chair, and so I am absolutely thrilled at this collaboration with North Las Vegas and the Health District. If you talk to Sherry Ann, she makes it look easy, but there was a lot of work and back and forth to bring this to fruition with the Health District. The grant, the REACH grant, has some really specific parameters, and our team really collaborated with the Health District to make this a viable opportunity for North Las Vegas, particularly the 89030 zip code. I think this will bring tangible, real-time value to our community when these signs are deployed. It will encourage people to see the great places that we have within the city to see, and to do so in a way by either walking or biking that will promote improved health for our community, which is really the point of this effort. And so I just wanted to thank Sherry Ann for the great work that she did. I saw a sneak peek of the signs. Maybe she'll show you guys also, but they're really beautiful. The designs are very attractive and easy to see, and the concept is amazing. So thank you.
Hi, this is Sharon Ann Dodson. I just wanted to point out in the announcement for the item should be a PowerPoint, and within that does have pictures of the 3 types of signs that we will be installing. So just to let you know, they are in the attachments. And of course, if you have questions or have any other photos you'd like, I can send those to you via email.
Oh, wow. I really wish, I had it open here in front of me. It would have been fantastic to have this, I think, in front of the City Council for us to see and admire. But, Miss City Clerk, are there any attachments that people can download if they wish to look at this and see? Is there a link for the related PowerPoint?
You unmuted yourself.
The documents that Ms. Dotson was referring to are, in fact, posted on our online portal, so people can see those signs as well as the other information on this action item.
You muted yourself.
Well, I will most certainly, avail myself of my time here. I wasn't aware of that, and skip on me. Yes,
the council meeting.
Yes?
That was Patrick.
I think that was someone who didn't have their phone muted. Sounded like Patrick.
Okay. Probably so. Okay, and of course, Councilman Black is a noted, very avid bicyclist and very accomplished in that, so I know for him this is a big deal. How about my other colleagues?
I just have a question, Mayor Pro Tem or Mark or City Manager, on the backup document where it lists the 70 signs and locations. One that says Milestone Park to the North Las Vegas Library. Is that going to remain, or am I looking at the wrong name?
Mayor Pro Tem, council member, right now that one is going to be put on hold until we know what's going to go on with Milestone Park. So we're not really sure exactly what we're going to do with that particular signage at this time.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
You're welcome.
Mr. Jordan, sorry.
Okay.
Councilman Churchill, do you have anything to add?
No, I just appreciate all the hard work and kind of echo everything our colleague Councilman Black had said. So thank you very much, Mark, for all the work you do.
Real quick, when you guys do, if you have a chance to look at the PowerPoint, there is a location map that does show all of the signs, and it does color code each type, the turn, the confirmation, and the decision sign. So that is also in the attachment. So you can actually see where within the 89030 we will be placing these signs. I just wanted to point that out. Yep.
Great. Thank you very much, Ms. Terry Ann. And most definitely, since most of them are the 89030, down here in the more mature part of North Las Vegas, parks are basically at a premium because, of course, we have the bad thing about living in a more mature part is, of course, we have older design standards for our community. So green spaces, of course, are at a premium. So anything that we can do to either enhance them or get any more signage and more people to direct them to use, it's golden. And if you go into any green space, any park, as soon as the sun starts going down, people come out in droves. Our parks here in the downtown area are used, and anything that we can do to promote them being used even more, getting people out and keep them healthy, that's a great thing. And just for you to know, the city manager did announce it a couple of weeks ago. We have a fitness thing where we have our own version of the Biggest Loser going on in here. And I didn't tell anybody. I'm also working out now and trying to lose 20 pounds off my paunch myself. So, but I'm not telling anybody. I just want to see if anyone notices. Well, thank you so very much. And I think with this, if there's no more comments, let's go ahead and get a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem Barone, I would like to make the motion to adopt this item or to accept this item and approve it. And if it's approved, when the signs are deployed in September and the weather's nicer, I'm going to invite all my council colleagues to come on a bike ride with me, and we're going to follow the sign.
That's great. I'll follow you guys in my truck. And with that, let's get a vote.
Councilman Churchill, yes.
Barone, yes.
Going Brown, yes.
Councilman Black, yes.
Item passes. Thank you so very much. And yes?
Mayor Pro Tem, Council, item 20, approve VAC 04 2020, Tropical in Lawrence for applicant AMH Development, GC West LLC to vacate Azure Avenue between Lawrence Street and Losey Road, APN 12426605012.
Great. Let's get
You unmuted
a
yourself.
public hearing. Let's over up to find out if there's any callers or any written comments on this on this item.
Mayor Pro Tempore Barone, we have one caller. It could be the applicant or it could be a public member. I do want to note that you received a public hearing item in support of this item and one public hearing notice in opposition of this item. So I'll bring the caller in.
So noted.
Hello, caller. State your name for the record.
Good evening. My name is Bob Gronauer, 1980 Festival Plaza Drive. I am here representing American Homes for Rent on this vacation, and we appreciate staff's recommendation for approval. I think Mr. Jordan did a great job on the recommendations and the staff report, so I will leave it up to him. If there's any other questions, you can help me answer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gronauer. It's good to hear from you. I hope your family is doing well. Thank you very much.
So far, so good. I hope you guys too.
Thank you so very much. Council members, do you have any questions for the applicant? Okay. Well, if there are no questions for the applicant, do I hear a question?
I don't have any questions, Councilman Churchill, Ward 4. But if my colleagues don't have any questions either, I'll be happy to go ahead and make a motion to approve item 20.
So noted. Let's take a vote.
Councilman Churchill, yes.
Councilman Black, yes.
Great. Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you very much, and have a good night. Take care.
Thank you so very much, and congratulations. All right,
Mayor,
let's move on to 21.
Mayor Pro Tem, council members, item 21, approve ZN 07-2020 and pass and adopt ordinance number 3031, an ordinance related to zoning, reclassifying approximately 23.41 plus or minus acres in the zoning map of North Las Vegas from an RADC, redevelopment area, downtown core subdistrict, to an M1, business park industrial district, ZN 07-2020, Project Foghorn, for property generally located at the northeast corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Owens Avenue, and providing for other matters property related thereto.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Director. Let's go ahead and open a public hearing and see if the city clerk has any callers or written comments on this.
Mayor Pro Tempore Barone, we did have forwarded to you one public hearing notice in support of this item and 0 in opposition to this item. And we do have a caller, which I'll bring in to the meeting right now.
Okay, fantastic.
Hello, caller. State your name and address for the record.
Deacon Michael Roberts. Sorry, go ahead.
Did I hear Deacon Tom?
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem, this is Deacon Tom.
Oh, good. I hope you're doing well, and it's a hot day, and I just wanted to thank your organization for everything they do, and of course to keep people protected in these very difficult times.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Go ahead if you have a question or a comment on this.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. You'll recall that you and I met on this item a few months ago. I attended the neighborhood meeting with Mr. Argier and sent in our notice that we are generally supportive of the zone change. We had some general questions about traffic mitigation, pedestrian access, and typical general development guidelines as affected neighbor by the development. We have still not yet received any of the information or had any of the questions answered that we've asked. And so I called today to generally support the concept of development in our neighborhood, but I do think it's fair and equitable for the user, the applicant, to provide the associated neighborhood with some of the general answers to the questions that we've asked and have posted to the record.
No, I totally understand your point of view and your concern. Mr. Director, is this something that maybe after the meeting, perhaps you can talk to Deacon Tom and put him in touch with the developer, and also with our team here at the City Council, our team, let them know about let Deacon Tom know about his concerns regarding things that we already have in place, to protect the public and also, of course, to protect his client.
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem, certainly we would be happy to talk to him. I might be able to answer a couple of his questions right now, though. When we talk to the developer of this property, one of the biggest things we've asked them to do is, since it's within our downtown redevelopment area, we've asked them to design their building and their site to comply with our commercial design guidelines, which means it would, rather than an industrial-looking building, it would be more of a commercial-looking building that would fit within the entryway of our city and be compatible with the downtown area. We've also talked to them about the landscaping that would go around the perimeter site. And then when it comes to the traffic within this area, there is a residential neighborhood just to the east of this site, and there's a street there called Woodard Street. And we've talked to them that we do not want them to have any access to Woodard Street because that could have an impact on that residential neighborhood. And so they've agreed to that there would not be any entry points or exit points on Woodard Street, and that they would focus on the traffic either to Tonopah, Owens, or Las Vegas Boulevard. As a matter of fact, coming up on a planning commission meeting here in the near future, there are a couple existing driveway accesses on Woodard Street that they've applied to already vacate, and so they will be removing that. But anybody is certainly welcome. The deacon is welcome to call me. We can put him in touch with the right people to hopefully answer any of the questions he may have.
Okay, fantastic. Deacon Tom, does that, what are your thoughts on that? Is that something that you can live with?
Yeah, Deacon Tom, for the record. Yeah, sure. Again, we asked those very basic development questions of Mr. Argier at the time he told us that he was under a non-compete confidentiality agreement, which again, I understand that. We would certainly be willing to sign a non-compete if we needed to. I think we have the same concerns, Mayor Pro Tem and City Council, that you all do. You want to ensure that the development is going to be conducive to the neighborhood, that it's put in safely for the pedestrian access, and that it has the appropriate traffic control and mitigation members to add value to the neighborhood. So I believe we're on the exact same page as the city of North Las Vegas would be, and just as an affected neighbor that operates a large facility across the street, we just want to ensure that we understand what the plan is and have reasonable rights of review of the information. And if that's best done with city staff or with the developer, I would just appreciate it being noted in the record that with respect, if this item is approved, that there is a commitment by the city and by the developer to share the appropriate level of information with Catholic Charities and with other neighbors.
Thank you so very much. That's great. I think I have your your personal cell phone, and if I don't, I think you have mine. So be sure to give me you can always give me a call or a text, and I'll make sure that you have the director's contact information. So he can, if we need a three-way meeting between the developer, city, and yourself, we can make that happen as well. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, and thank you to the City of North Las Vegas City Council for allowing me to speak today. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. And with that, let's go ahead and close the public hearing. My colleagues, do you have any questions for, I guess, do we have any questions on this item?
No questions from Councilman Churchill, Mayor Pro Tem.
Okay, for myself, this is of course right here in the very at the very edge here of Ward 1. It's a very important section. It's right, it's on Las Vegas Boulevard, right in the very entrance, to our little city. And for years, of course, we've struggled with this area because with the area is still in transition, and we've always had our eye out for a project that would bring value. And from what I can tell, this project that's coming in will bring a measure of stability to this area, and will bring, of course, increased security. As far as we can tell, increased security, the potential for jobs that are desperately needed, especially right now. And these are jobs that are not related to the gaming industry. These are jobs that are definitely essential, and they're very much needed, not just by the folks in the immediate area, but I think for the whole region. Possibly, employment opportunities for my students who graduate from Rancho High School. And gosh, I'm very hopeful that this project will deliver, and I'm pretty certain it will. If there's no comments from my colleague Councilman Black or from Councilman Glenn Brown, that would also be my motion. But I don't know if there's any comments by Councilman Glenn Brown or from Councilman Black.
No comments.
Not for me either, Mayor Pro Tem.
Fantastic. Well, I made the motion. Let's take a vote. Brown, yes.
Councilman Councilman Churchill, yes.
Glenn Brown, yes.
Councilman Black, yes.
Fantastic. Motion passes unanimously. And that ends, I guess, our public hearings here. Public hearing. Let's go ahead and move on to business. And by the way, again, thank you very much, Mr. Director Jordan.
Item number 22, pass and adopt resolution number 2653, establishing the city-state legislative platform for the 2021 Nevada State Legislature amending the North Las Vegas City Charter for possible action. We do not have a presentation on this item, Council. So,
okay. Are there any questions from my colleagues on this item?
Councilman Churchill, no.
If there are no questions, I will call then for the motion to pass and adopt this resolution.
Glenn Brown, pass and adopt resolution 2653.
So moved. Let's go ahead and take a vote. Barone, yes.
Councilman Churchill, yes.
Councilman Black, yes.
And I think Councilwoman Gwen Brown also, she also voted yes. And in which case, this passes unanimously. Thank you very much. Let's go on to 23.
Item number 23, pass and adopt resolution number 2654, establishing the city-state legislative platform for the 2021 legislative session, revising the change the charge for violating Nevada revised statute 484B.657, Nevada vehicular manslaughter statute, from a misdemeanor to a gross misdemeanor for possible action. Mayor Pro Tem, we do not have a presentation for this item.
Okay. Do we have any questions or comments from my colleagues?
Councilman Churchill, no.
For myself,
I would like to make the motion to adopt resolution 2654. Councilman Black.
so noted. And just for the record, again, we've had a spate of very unfortunate accidents, although overall accidents are down for the Valley. I'm a member of the RTC, so I get these stats. They are down, fatal accidents are down for the Valley, pedestrian and so forth, but there's still, one is one too many, and hopefully this will help address. And with that, let's take the vote. Thank you very much. Barone, yes.
Councilman Black, yes.
Glenn Brown, yes.
Councilman Churchill, yes.
Motion passed unanimously. Let's move on to ordinances, introduction only.
Item number 24, introduce ordinance number 3033, amending Title 10, Chapter 60, Section 130 of the Municipal Code, authorizing the riding of bicycles upon the city sidewalks and providing for other matters properly related thereto.
Okay. Thank you very much. And I do believe that's the only thing that we have for upcoming businesses here, or upcoming ordinances. Let's move on to appointments.
Item number 25, appointment by Mayor Lee as citizen member of the Citizens Advisory Committee to fill an unexpected term ending November 30th, 2022, citywide for possible action.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. City Manager. Mayor Lee has asked me to make the motion for him in his absence. And so with this, I move that Mr. James Corey be appointed to the CAC as Mayor Lee's appointment. Can we please have a vote? Barone, yes.
Councilman Black, yes.
Glenn Brown, yes.
Councilman Churchill, yes.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you very much. Let's go on to number 26.
Item number 26, appointment by Councilman Black of the citizen member of the Citizen Advisory Committee to fill out an expired term ending November 30th, 2022 for possible action.
Thank you very much. Councilman Black, do you have someone?
Yes, I do. Thank you. I'm really proud to present Mr. Milton Taguchi to the council for approval today. Mr. Taguchi has lived in North Las Vegas for many years. He lives in Ward 3 in El Dorado. He is really eager to, I think he's semi-retired, so he has time to commit and is really eager to put his background in advocacy, in transportation, and in community service to youth in North Las Vegas and be a part of the Citizens Advisory Committee. So that would be my motion, is to appoint Mr. Milton Taguchi.
Sounds like a great pick. Let's have a vote. Barone, yes.
Councilman Black, yes.
Goins Brown, yes.
Councilman Churchill, yes.
Motion passes unanimously. Item number 27.
Item number 27, appointment of the citizen representative to the Clark County Community Development Advisory Committee for a one-year term ending September 5th, 2021 for possible action.
Thank you very much, Mr. City Manager. I have a recommendation from Mayor Lee, and if you'll indulge with me, I'd like to make the motion to appoint Mr. Jeff Albert to this committee. Let's have a vote. Barone, yes.
Councilman Black, yes.
Goins Brown, yes.
Councilman Churchill, yes.
Fantastic. And Ms. Alford, if you're listening out there, congratulations. You're one of our leading citizens, and it'd be an honor to have you on this committee. Thank you very much. Yeah, motion passes. City Manager report.
Mayor Pro Tem and Council, I don't have anything to report. I just wanted to say, just very quickly, that everything is moving forward and is on schedule for opening up the Urban Micro Academy on Monday. There's been a tremendous amount of effort that's gone into this from Councilman Goins Brown, Jared Luke, Director Palmer, Andy Moore, Patrick Walker. This staff's done a tremendous job in getting this together quickly for this much-needed service for our residents. I've listened to some of the residents as they've expressed their thanks for this, and I just want to thank the team for their amazing efforts on this. And that's all I have to report.
Thank you very much, Mr. City Manager. I tell you what, I myself, I just know, I'm very, I count myself very, very blessed, and I count myself very fortunate to be part of an overall team that shows such resilience and such out-of-the-box thinking when it comes, to difficult situations. And so, most definitely, my thanks, of course, to my colleagues here. Again, 30-year plus veteran, of our school district, and everyone else is part of the team, that made this happen. Any other comments or questions for the city manager? Okay, so let's go ahead and go on to the second and final public forum. Now is the time for the public to speak on issues and not on the agenda. Council may hear the items, but may not take any action upon any item raised during public forum. Ms. City Clerk, do we have any callers or any written comments for this public forum?
Yes, we do have one caller. I'll bring the caller in.
And thank you, Mr. City Manager. Thank you.
Hello, caller. State your name and address for the record.
This is Jeff Alford, 3828 Euclid Drive.
Mr. Alford, thank you very much for coming in. Congratulations on your appointment.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm more than willing to serve my city and represent us on the county commission. It's very similar to what I do for the city on CAC, but this is on a grander scale with 30 people, and every community and township in the Clark County area, I believe, is represented. So I'm interested to learn more about it, see what they do.
Fantastic. I couldn't think of a better advocate. Again, a retired educator herself from California. I stand in awe of my education colleagues, and I couldn't think of a better person to advocate for us, as a citizen.
Thank you. Okay, I'm calling in for the public forum. I have two comments. First, I wanted to compliment our city manager, our staff, our council members, and mayor for the way we're handling the distribution and use of the CARES Act funds. I think we're getting a lot of positive publicity. We're doing the right thing and directing the vast majority of the money towards our residents and our struggling businesses. So it's a good thing to see, and I compliment everybody for their work that the city is involved in this. And the other comment I had was, now that we're not doing a video, we're just doing audio to listen to the meeting, I think we need to do a little bit of work on our website, on our main website, and also on the portal. Like today, I was trying to get in, trying to listen, and I kept waiting, and I really didn't find out that the meeting started until about 4:28. And I kept going back between the portal and our website to click on the meeting, and wasn't getting anywhere. There's no messages. I think we need to do something, since we don't have a video, some message saying, please stand by, the meeting will start soon. Something to indicate that it's going to happen if I just hang on. Because otherwise, I gave up and I tried a few minutes later and a few minutes later, and I was really getting nowhere. So just a suggestion so you don't lose people, thinking there's no meeting going on. That's it. That's what I have to say.
Thank you so very much, and I do apologize. We had a few little technical difficulties there that finally we had a workaround, and that's very duly noted there. And I'm sure the city manager will be working with the city clerk to head off any potential future snags. Thank you again. And if there's no other comments, or if there's another caller, I guess I will close this public forum. I thank everybody very much. And I will adjourn this meeting. Thank you so much. And I'm pounding my gavel now.
It's amazing.